Hello my friends, now is a special time actually. I'm going to the forest here in Lithuania where I have spent those 4 years before I left my country over 10 years ago. So I hadn't come back to the place where I stayed, where I did my retreats, and now is the time, and now I'm approaching the forest, and it's gonna be really interesting to see how it is. I'm slowly walking towards the place where I would spend most of my time those over 10 years ago when I lived in this forest. And it's special to be back here. You know, every place is different, every place has a different energy, and this forest is different, its energy. I can feel and I can remember I have spent so much time here meditating. If not this forest, I would simply not be alive. I would be dead, I would be crazy. And so many things and transformations had happened for me here. And this energy, the same energy as back then. Ooh, I can feel it. Memories coming to me. And it feels as if the whole forest is watching me. As if the whole forest is watching me. I'm back. I'm back. So things are different here in the forest, and one thing that saddens me is to see the places where I have been walking cut. For example, this new kind of growing forest is the places where I used to walk. It was an older forest. Now it is just, it's just starting to grow. So to see how much they are cutting the trees is, it's no fun at all to see. And it's a pity how much they cut the trees down. But at the same time, the good thing is that I do feel the energy of this place, and it is deep energy. And I feel that just being here, I'm being affected by this energy, and it is deepening me, it is deepening my consciousness. It would be interesting, it would be good to stay here for more time. I feel good and I feel blessed to be here. Those trees I have known here, those trees I have lived by in this forest, back those over more than 10 years ago, they were my friends, and during all of those 10 years, sometimes I would be having really hard times when I would be facing very difficult situations or very dangerous situations. Those times when I needed help, sometimes in my mind I would think about those trees, I would call those trees and ask their help, And just to remember those trees would make me feel good, make me feel grounded and good again. And being here again after those years, I cannot find those trees. They are cut. The whole forest, the whole area where I would go to is cut, Everything comes and goes in this life, right? Nothing is permanent. Yes, there is a certain sadness to see this. To see what these motherfuckers are doing, cutting everything and cutting and cutting and cutting. But even though Even though those trees I have loved and I still love are not here anymore, I still feel them. They are still alive in me. Those memories are still alive in me, and for me they are still alive. Time to go back. Time to leave the forest. The sun is slowly going down. It was a beautiful day. I meditated for some time, for a few hours. Got some mushrooms, you see. And wow, feels great to be here. I want to come back. I want to come back and just take a look how beautiful it is. How beautiful it is. Lithuanian forests. This is where I have spent all of those years. All those 4 years.